My name is Rich Johnnebeck. I work here at NASA Kennedy Space Center, and I'm the project manager for the Robotic Mining Competition. I'm in my third year doing the Robotic Mining Competition, and the overall goal of this competition is part of the Journey to Mars. The Journey to Mars is NASA's projected program to take people from Earth, from low Earth orbit, to eventually colonize the planet Mars. And this is one of the steps with our robots.
Well, SwampWorks is an innovation environment, so we're always trying to develop new technologies. One of the technologies that's of high interest to us is excavation of regolith, because all the resources on another planetary surface, most of them are in the regolith or the atmosphere. So if we can mine or dig up the regolith, regolith is a term for crushed rock, which is soil on another planetary surface. If we can mine that regolith, we can extract the resources. So it's a very important technology for us. By having this competition, we can see what innovations are out there, and it inspires us to design our machines in a more innovative fashion. That's what the competition is really about, is flushing out new ideas.
This competition is the ISRU educational competition. It is not just robotics, it's not just mining robotics, it's space mining robotics. And there's nothing like space to get kids excited to do extra work on top of all their schoolwork and work after school, long hours, weekends, to accomplish something, and then come here and to be in this very historic and inspirational place.
I felt like I learned a lot in this semester working on the robot than I learned in 2 years attending just classes. I'm very happy that I was a part of this and get the experience in circuitry and increase my programming skills.
I think we're all, really dedicated. I think we spent, probably 10 hours per person a week on this robot, and really pulled together, and we all had we had a vision of a professional looking robot, and I think we achieved it.
Yes, the time and effort that's involved is really worth it, especially with everything hands-on, and really everything you learn in the classroom really comes through here, and it's a lot more fun to actually get to use what you learn in the classroom in real life right here.
So this competition has definitely shaped my career. I knew I always wanted to work in robotics, but now I really like ground robotics like this. A little bit about my career, so there's not much choosing at this point. I plan on working in NASA.
Having a building like the Center for Space Education is just a more professional environment. We used to have a tent, now we're inside a building. The air conditioning is excellent. We hold this competition in the middle of May, where it just starts to get hot and humid in Florida. We have thunderstorms, we have lightning situations. So it's really nice to be in a professional facility that provides adequate shelter from lightning storms. And we have the bathrooms next door, we have offices, we have our special room for all the judges to meet in. It's just the perfect setup for this competition.
I am the pit crew chief. Some people call it the pit boss. I'm kind of in charge of everything that happens in the pits, and it's very different from last year when we were in a tent. We kept having to check to make sure everything was off the floor when we had flooding, and deal with a lot of different difficulties, generators and all that we don't have issues with this year. Having all the facilities that we have here has made making announcements a lot easier. A lot of teams request parts all the time.
Well, I tell you, this is, I don't like to use phrases like this, but it's 1,000% better.
I'll rate this building 5 stars. I felt very comfortable. Even when I got tired, you could take a little nap in the corner and then come back and work on the robot. So I haven't never had any problem. I felt like I was in the lab working on the robot.
So last year when we were in the tent with the pits, I noticed the ground was really uneven, so we were dipping down and it was really hard to get the robot in and out. If you dropped something like a screw or something like that, it was pretty much gone. You needed to get a new one.
I like to thank the Astronaut Memorial Foundation for letting us use this beautiful facility to work on our robot and get it ready for competition. I really appreciate it, and it's a great time being here.
I'd really like to, give a warm mahalo nui loa to the Astronaut Memorial Foundation for supporting the competition, for redoing this building to make it easier for these students to do something, and it's a really important tie back to Hawaii because Ellison Onizuka was from our island and he's an icon there, and to see him honored over here is wonderful, and we support the mission of both the Astronaut Memorial Foundation and also the educational parts for NASA here.
I would really like to thank the Astronaut Memorial Foundation for getting us this building. It's been a much better experience, I think, for everybody this year. Rather than being cramped in a tent, it's just been outstanding.
I want to give a big shout out to the Astronaut Memorial Foundation for providing us these wonderful facilities. And we have Thad Altman here from the Astronaut Memorial Foundation. Thank you, Thad. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate it.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Well, here's the advantage to it. We already have a partnership with one of our great sponsors and partners, Delaware North Park Services, and now we're entering one with the Astronaut Memorial Foundation. This partnership with NASA will benefit all of us in wonderful ways, and in some ways that we can't even project yet. But for now, it's helping us on the road to Mars. It's helping us build these robots with these great college teams so that they can take advantage of these resources. NASA wins, we win, everybody wins. It's not just good for us, it's good for America, it's good for all of us.